Hey guys, how are you? Hope everyone's having a really good day. I am doing a series on naming guardians, right? Naming guardians for your children in the event of your incapacity and or your death. Okay, it's a subject, listen, even I was uncomfortable doing it for myself, right? And so it is what it is. I was just joking with some friends today about that's my new favorite statement. It is what it is. And so it is what it is. And are we going to deal with it or are we not going to deal with it? Are we going to act like it's something that we don't have to do or are we just going to take care of it, right? So I prefer obviously option B, which is to take care of it because the alternative, not doing anything, is actually worse. Okay, so you want to have a guardian and a successor guardian and another guardian named in the event something would happen to you or your spouse. And so have a hierarchy, right? So it could be person number one, person number two, person number three, their phone number, their address, whatever way you need to reach them. All right, so yesterday we talked about a mistake where you only name one. So we've covered that already. So think of me when you're naming your guardian. So again, typically the hierarchy is your spouse if you're married as the number one person. And number two, and number three, number four are people that you've had a discussion with and that they're comfortable being a guardian for your children. And not only that, that they have the same value set, right? The same life principles, the same child rearing principles, right? As you do. Because in the event that they will have to be raising your children, your most precious asset, right? Are they aligned with your own values? It's very important. So let's go over another mistake. Another mistake is when you name Mr. and Mrs. Jones as the second guardian, right? So you've named your own spouse as guardian number one, and then you name a couple that you've known for years. They're married, they have their own kids, and you're good. You think you're good. Well, what happens if they get divorced, right? If they get divorced and they're no longer together, something happens to you or your spouse. So your spouse is unable, and now it's Mr. and Mrs. Jones' turn. They're no longer married. Who, if you had to choose between the two of them, would you want your child to go to, right? Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones? So again, if it's a couple, separate them or put in a contingency, meaning Mr. and Mrs. Jones if still married. If not married, I prefer Johnny to go with Mrs. Jones, or Johnny to go with Mr. Jones. If they are no longer married, go to the next option, right? Something like that you can write in there. So it's very important to be specific. All right. Again, so today's mistake is naming a married couple, and then they're no longer married at the time the guardian nomination becomes necessary. All right. We'll be back again tomorrow with another video.